Welcome back to our presentation. So we are from Group 3 of class UHAZ6123/UHMZ6023 of Malaysian Society of and Culture class of Dr. Ruzana binti Shahrin. We are going to present the traditional attires of Malaysian people. So Group 3 members consists of Dahlia Hamzah Musa Al-Mamuri, Alicia Maida Joanda, Fadila Utami, myself Krishna Prasadia Faras Ahmad, and Wahyu Marta Mutiara. So traditional attires is used by people from different ethnics background, and they have distinct sets of traditional attires that reflect their culture. So traditional cultures that exist in Malaysia involve the traditional clothes of three main ethnic groups, namely Malay, Chinese, and Indian. So what is the importance and the beauty of traditional attires? Traditional attires play an important role as cultural heritage. It means the traditional attires not only use clothing as nakedness cover, as a body cover, but they also represent national values of the country. So this is important in the end, that it will create a unity amongst the main ethnic groups in the country. So based on the three main ethnic groups in Malaysia, there are three types of Malaysian traditional clothes. As for the Malay ethnic groups, they use the kemban, baju kurung, and baju Melayu, while the Chinese group uses tang suit and cheongsam, while the Indian community uses kurta pajamas, dhoti kurta, lungi kurta, sari, and blouse. For the Malay ethnic group, they use the kemban. So this attire is used before the arrival of Islam in the Malay archipelago. Uh, the the woman usually use the kemban. So kemban is made from the tilted sarung and used to keep the body cool in this scorching tropical heat. As you can see that kemban doesn't cover the upper body of the woman, as it is used to cool down the body. Well, after the universal adoption of Islam as the main religion amongst the Malay community, this saw the demise of the kemban and the rise of the more modest and yet elegant baju kurung, because Islam prohibits women to show their hands and their other body parts. So the baju kurung covers the forbidden parts. So the baju kurung comprises of two parts: the blouse, the upper blouse, and the skirt. History of the baju kurung. So the baju kurung is originated from West Sumatra region in Indonesia, while other sources says that it is originated from Egypt, as it is evidenced by the similarities with the jalabia, a loose shirt from Egypt. So the term baju kurung means concealing or like covered shirt in Malay language. So baju kurung paired with proper head scarving or tudung could be considered as in line with Islamic code of dressing, as it is covering their hair and other parts of the aurat or the forbidden parts of the woman. So the traditional attire for Malay men is the baju Melayu. So it consists of loose, long sleeve top worn over trousers and a sampin, or short sarung wrapped with the hips, traditionally made with tenun. Usually men wear cap, also known as songkok. The materials used for baju Melayu are usually made from shiny satin that absorbs the sweat, so it doesn't feel hot. So the origins of baju Melayu was founded in the 19th century in the Johor Sultanate and Singapore, which was part of Johor. Baju kurung is known as baju cekak musang or baju kurung teluk belanga. So Sultan Abu Bakar of Johor in 1866 designed the original type of baju Melayu. It is originally used as the fashion for the upper class society in Johor. Nowadays, it is used as a formal nationwide costume for Friday prayers, wedding, or formal venues such as like state venue or Eid prayings as well. So this is the accessories of the Malay attires. So the left one is sampin. Sampin is made from tenun, usually paired with baju Melayu. So the middle one is the tudung, which is the headscarf of hijab. And the right one is songkok, which is the Malay term for cap or skull cap, usually worn by men. So each state have different type of attires as well, but it is eventually go back to the original baju Melayu style. This is for this is the Johor style, Penang style, Kedah style, the Federal Territories or KL and Putrajaya, and Kelantan style. The Kelantan style is noticeably more patternful and colorful. And moving on to the Chinese community. So for the man uses the tang suit. So it is traditionally worn by Chinese men in Malaysia. It is usually made with flower pattern textile. It is usually in form of jacket with red color and color. For the women, they use the cheongsam or called samfu and hanfu. So cheongsam or qipao is a traditional cloth of Chinese women. Cheongsam, which means long dress, made of silk with a collar and buckle at the waist. Samfu is kind of ankle-length pant combined with a loose fitted top and buckle at the center. Hanfu is a combination of clothes of loose blouse and a long skirt with a belt chest. So these kind of shirts are also usually worn in weddings or any formal venues. Moving on to the Indian community. So the Indian community have kurta pajama, dhoti kurta, and lungi kurta. So these kind of attires, also known as generally known as the kurta, is the traditional Indian community attire used in Malaysia. So kurta is kind of a knee-length skirt, while dhotis and lungi are kind of a baggy lowers. For the women, they usually wear sari. Sari is usually worn with a petticoat by Indian women. The sari is worn by wrapping it around the body so that it resembles a skirt with pleats in the middle. This 6-yard long cloth is then draped over the shoulders after being wrapped around it, hanging down the knees. There are also Indian women who wear a salwar kurta, namely a tunic with loose bottoms and a long scarf, or called dupatta. So comparison of Malaysian traditional attires with other culture. Baju kurung is one of Malaysia's traditional clothes, which is identical to the identity of the Malaysian state, which interprets Malay ethnic clothing. Malay tribal community, which is the most populous in Malaysia, is not affected by modernization in fashion world, and they still maintain their cultural heritage of their ancestors by using the baju kurung in everyday life, both young and old. So in conclusion, traditional attires for each of the races and state in Malaysia are having their own characteristics. Baju kurung not only meets the requirements of the religion, but also meets the unique culture of Malaysia. And thank you for listening.